Hi, I'm Sherelle Walters Rodriguez, and welcome to CCPL Get Transformed. Have you ever thought about how much the library can save you? Well, let's break it down. You have free Wi-Fi, free computers, free books, free DVDs, and free quality programs. One of those programs provides homework assistance. Parents, you know that can cost you a lot. Well, we're here to help you with that. We have homework help. We'll talk a little more about that later in the program. But in addition to that, we're working with Virginia Credit Union, which will be providing a couple different types of programs to help you save money.
Financial literacy is the same thing as understanding and knowing how to read, but this is reading your finances, knowing your money, income, and outcome. What is your goal? It takes money to do it. And the financial literacy part is understanding what are the steps to take to get there. Well, budgeting is the core of your wealth. You have to know the income that's coming in and what you're spending. And what people kind of do is have it in their head. That never works. That's just mystic goal. You really do have to write it down and have something somewhere. And lots of times people just don't know how to do it. They want to do it, but they don't know how. So you got to know how much money is coming in. You got to know how much money is going out. And you have to write it down. You have to visualize it so that they see what date bills are due, when my paycheck comes in, what's going to go out, what dates they are. It's best to visualize it in one place. Sometimes you have to do it monthly, sometimes you have to do it weekly until you get into a routine. And it's all about organizing so you can assign where all your money is going to go, and that creates wealth. Your credit report is just like money, but anyone who has lower credit scores also pay higher interest rates. And so that's money that's out the door that you can never recover. So understanding and reading your credit report, knowing what's up there, knowing what has to be taken off. And if it's true, understanding how to get it off or how to correct it is very important. It's part of your wealth. It's the same thing as if you had money in the bank.
I mentioned a little earlier that we were going to talk about a service that provides homework assistance. We have a wonderful program at two of our locations, Meadowdale and Chester, where you can get free homework assistance.
Here, you don't have to erase something. You can just erase that little line right here.
It's such great fun to see the kids come in and enjoy learning and enjoy this experience. I want to share that enthusiasm with them.
If they get like a question right, they get really happy, and it's just like, wow, like that just makes me feel like, I don't know, it just makes me really happy.
We heard about the homework help program through the school. Mr. Rick and Jackson hit it off right away. We noticed immediate improvement with Jackson. End of last year when we first started coming here, we saw the improvement, and the teachers saw the improvement as well at school.
When I was about their age, I struggled with comprehension, so my reading level was always held back because I couldn't comprehend what I was reading. And Jackson, for example, he struggles with the comprehension part. He can read some of the words pretty fast, so I can kind of see myself in them, and I can kind of use the way I wanted to be taught and impact them that way. So I understand that if I would have been taught the way that I'm trying to help them, that I could have been way more ahead of what I was in my reading level.
He's learning and still enjoying it. Jackson looks forward to this every week and would come home just talk about how he couldn't wait till next week when he got to come up to the library and work with Mr. Rick. And Adeline saw that, and she wanted to be part of that. Now she has some different challenges with her grade level stuff, and they found a way to work with her as well.
In fact, I had one parent come in. That parent in particular said, I can't believe you offer this for free. If I was paying for a tutor, it would be $25 an hour. I said, yes, of course. We do this because we enjoy doing it.
It's amazing. First off, there's not much free, so to have that available to us here in the county is phenomenal. I would encourage any parent that has a child that's struggling to take advantage of it, because they really do work with the child to see what it is that they need, and the children enjoy it.
I mean, it's not just impacting them, it's like it impacts you in a way too, and it gives you new experiences, and that makes you more ready for working and after high school, because you kind of know what's going on. Like, I never heard of this program before. It was offered as an event to volunteer at, so one day, or like if my brother's ever struggling with his homework, I have somewhere to tell him to go.
The high schoolers here it looks like they want to teach and they want to help others, so it gives them that civic responsibility and civic achievement that they're looking for, and if that grows their passion to become teachers, that's what we need as well. So they win, the library wins because we're here, we get to use the resources here, we get to take out books and return books, and it keeps the library viable, and for parents it's a great resource. So everybody wins, and it's a phenomenal opportunity.
Homework assistance not only happens inside of the library, but it happens outside of the library as well. Chester Library has partnered with Cornerstone Revitalization Center to provide help to those living in the Shady Hill community. This is a community off of Jeff Davis Highway. You may remember that we featured that community a couple of shows ago, talking about the great work that's being done to help those young people with literacy. We decided to go to Bensley Elementary School to find out from one of the teachers about the type of successes that program is having. Here's the story.
Come, Minnows, come!
Chester Assistant Branch Manager Danielle Tarullo first met this energetic fourth grader, Yvonne, in the spring of 2019.
He was a very bright kid, and I could tell that. So as soon as I had a kind of relationship start with him, I would try to read with him every time.
Danielle, along with Chester Branch Manager Jessica Gonzalez and other library staff, have joined Cornerstone Revitalization Project by providing books and help with reading to dozens of children living in the Shady Hill community. It's a relationship that has already proven beneficial to children like Yvonne.
Oh my gosh, I am so proud of him. The effort that he has put into his reading, he's just blossomed as a student, socially, emotionally, the confidence that comes along with being able to read. He has done wonderful, and as a teacher, that just makes my heart feel so good.
Carolyn Booth was Yvonne's third grade teacher.
And then with his DRA, he has progressed through his DRA.
And what's DRA?
Developmental reading assessment to assess what his reading level is. When he was with me, he was a level A, which is the lowest level. And then I checked on to see where he ended up last year. He was a DRA 14, which is mid to end first grade. So he's definitely moving up with his DRA levels.
Mrs. Booth says that Yvonne's improvement in reading is only part of his growth. Yvonne shows confidence that he didn't seem to have before.
Just the smile on his face, the confidence that he is showing now compared to how he was when I met him 2 years ago. That's what I enjoy seeing, the grins when he comes and sees me, the hug, just the speaking to me, he is a different child than what he was when he came to me at the beginning of third grade. And I attribute that to the Chester Library and to Cornerstone Church.
I think that reading is a huge contributor to people just getting a vision for their life, because there's such power in story. And so for these kids, I think giving them a love for reading, a love for characters, and really relating to characters that they see grow and change and experience things, it gives them an opportunity to realize that that could be them.
The Chester Cornerstone relationship is one of several partnerships that CCPL is either engaged in or in the process of developing. The goal is to respond to the community's needs and provide services that enhance the lives of people living in our community.
We bring a connecting piece. The library as a space is here for everyone, but not everyone can get here as easily or knows to come here as easily. So to develop that relationship and let them know what the libraries can help them with and provide for them, having materials that we bring and showing them that there's books that you can be interested in, and just kind of giving them more opportunities. I think it does a huge effort towards creating more partnerships and getting people to be more aware that the library is a place for them.
The opportunities that Cornerstone and the library provides for the students is an investment in their lives. It's not just what's happening today or tomorrow, it's what's going to impact through middle school, through high school, through their careers, and then also what's going to happen with their children. The investment we're making now is not just for this generation, it is for future generations.
Speaking of generations, CCPL is equipped to help you explore your genealogy. We have several programs that will help you discover your unique personal history.
I want to find out the information about my background. At 73 years old, I want to find out.
So last year, Lori Purcell from Chesterfield County contacted us and said, she'd be interested in maybe doing a little collaboration, which we thought was wonderful because it's really nice when we can get groups to come over here and we can teach them about our resources.
I want to find out about my family background, and I found out the Library of Virginia has the most information.
Having people come in and get familiar with us, what we are, what we have, and then they pass that along to other people. And I think that's a really good benefit because a lot of people don't even realize that there is this resource for them for genealogy in downtown Richmond.
I found out through my wife. She said, I'm gonna sign you up to go over to the Library of Virginia. I said, what? Sign me up to go to the Library of Virginia? She said, yeah, you can catch the bus from the Central. And I thought about it, I said, oh, wait a minute. I can get a free ride there, and this is where all the information is about my family. It's in here somewhere. It's in these books, archives. It's here somewhere. I just have to find it. And once I find it, then I'm gonna try to share it with the rest of my family members.
People don't really know much about their history, and they just maybe know immediate past, and going back a little further can be very interesting, and they might find out some things about their family that they didn't know. Sometimes not so good, sometimes really interesting and really exciting. And so I think having that connection to your past it's just kind of an important thing, helps you kind of maybe with who you are today.
My dad's birth certificate, we have a problem with his date of birth. Now I have 2 documents, but within a half an hour, he showed me his actual date of birth. And a lot of it I'm gonna do at home now that I have a library card, I can do it at home. But coming here it's really amazing.
We have county resources, we have wills, we have deeds, we have court order books, we have what is called chancery case files, which are, it's a court of equity, and a lot of people, that's where if they had to go to court for something, that may have been where it was, and you find out a lot about your ancestors that way. And so this is the place to come for Virginia genealogy, because this is the place that has all of those kinds of records that you use when you're trying to research family history.
I get excited every time I find out something that I didn't know at first. And it makes you feel good. If it's here, I'm going to find it. That's the way I feel about it.
If you would like to learn more about genealogy or your ancestral roots, we encourage you to visit library.chesterfield.gov or come by Central Library and take advantage of some of the programs that we have here, such as Drop-In Genealogy. And speaking of genealogy, we are going to be following a couple of local celebrities to find out what their ancestral roots are. We encourage you to stay tuned for that. Now, during the month of February, Chesterfield County has a number of Black History Month programs that will be held at all of our 10 libraries. We encourage you to pick up a Loud and Clear, which is on your stands now. Go to pages 3 and 4, and there's a listing of all the Black History Month programs that will be offered during the month of February. On page 4, there's an explanation of one of our programs that focuses on civil servants. So come on out and enjoy Black History Month with Chesterfield County and Chesterfield County Public Library. And speaking of pages in our Loud and Clear, our next page focuses on programs that involve individuals who are interested in helping others. Programs such as You Are the Help, Stop the Bleed, or Revive. These programs involve partnerships with organizations such as Chesterfield County EMS, Chippenham Johnston Willis Hospitals, and the Virginia Department of Health. Well, that about does it for this edition of CCPL Get Transformed, but we encourage you, if you'd like to learn more information about some of the programs and services that we offer at all 10 Chesterfield County Public Libraries, you can visit us on our website at library.chesterfield.gov. You can call 804-751-CCPL or visit us at any of our 10 libraries. Thanks again for joining us. I'm Sherelle Walters Rodriguez.